This is the Rossi RS22P. This is what it's like with the Strike Industry folding brace. Oh, sorry. Folds up pretty decent. It doesn't fit it the best. This part right here. I also have a Sea Life 3x24 prism scope that I got off of eBay for 25 bucks. But here is the 25 round magazine that I got off of Mag Shack for $32. That fits the Mossberg 702 Plinkster, I believe. That fits usually, from what I've seen online, in the Rossi RS22. But for some reason online, I don't know why, I think the chassis, obviously the chassis is different on this, but the magazine well, I think, is slightly different on this gun compared to the normal rifle length Rossi. It has, I think, a different magazine. I don't have the other one, so I don't know for sure, but I think it has a different magazine well shape. And this will not fit this magazine normally without modification. There was another video I saw that was in Spanish that explained that this will fit with modifications, but I had to do more than what he was saying in his video from what I could understand, because I had to read the subtitles that were auto-generated. You have to grind down these rails. There's rails that come on this magazine that are right here, like little fins, and then right here that come, and it kind of just continues going straight instead of curving down. And there's these thin little plastic rails you have to grind down with like a handheld belt sander is what I use. You could use a Dremel probably. You just want to be careful so you don't scratch up the magazine, because I had a couple nicks that I just put Sharpie over so you can't see them as bad, that I got with the belt sander, but I was kind of doing it quick. It only took me 15 or 10 minutes probably to really grind this down. So you grind that down and you get it flush, so it's flush with the normal just thick part of the magazine, which it doesn't have to look that good, because once it's in the magazine, you can't see any of this. So if it bugs you, I guess you could spend a lot of time and make it look really nice. But I kind of just like grinded mine down until it was flat. And then I noticed that it wouldn't fit in the magazine all the way. It would sit kind of about there and not click in. And I noticed that it was hitting on this part right here where the magwell angles in right there. It's not a straight 90 rectangle. So I had to, if you look at this magazine, there's these bevels that run along the side and the front. And when you get the mag, it has these bevels, but once it gets towards the top of the magazine, it actually just stays more of a straight, kind of like this side where it's squared in the corners, and it squares and the bevel disappears into a square corner. And I had to grind down the fronts, which I didn't see in that guy's video and explain that, unless he did his super clean to where it looked like it was just the bevel. I couldn't really tell that he grinded the front down. I think he said he used a Dremel, so he might have just squared off the inside, but I couldn't tell from his video. He might have ground down the inside, which I didn't want to do that. I don't want to have to grind down my gun. I'd rather do that to a magazine that I could just buy a new one if I mess up. So I ground down the front, and it doesn't look too bad. It looks a little worse when the guns or the magazine's not in the gun. So I just took a belt sander and I ground down the front, and it's still thick in the front too. I don't think any of this will structurally hurt the gun at all. It's still strong and whatnot. And now it fits in the gun, clicks in good, has a little, like the little bit of wobble, which I don't think is a big deal. And side to side, But that's how it looks in the gun with the grinds. And there, it fits nice and good in there. And the buttons works. It's really tight up and down. So it doesn't have any wiggle room. It locks back on the last round. It does chamber around. So I'm not 1000% sure on if it'll shoot, which I'm gonna test that. I just haven't had time to shoot it yet. It does chamber around, which I assume if it chambers around, it's going to shoot. But I haven't seen any videos about this gun having 25 round magazines that are stock OEM that are just going to like clip into the gun with zero modification. So I just wanted to make this video showing how you can get your 25 round magazines from a Mossberg 702 to fit into this gun, so then that you can have higher capacity, obviously with a 22 especially. I like to have something that's more than 10 rounds. That's kind of boring to me unless you're doing it for strictly like, I don't know, shooting like a varmint or something, like a squirrel or whatnot, a gopher or something with this. I don't see the point to really having a 10 round magazine to me personally. This is just for fun. I guess you could use it for practical, like throw it in a backpack if you're hiking or something. Something that's going to be decently light and really small. I couldn't find really any videos on this besides the one that was in Spanish. And I wanted to make this video so you guys could have more fun at the range and have higher capacity and be able to shoot more and enjoy this gun. Because when I was looking at getting this gun, I didn't find any high capacity magazines, and it almost made me not want to buy this gun because all I could find for replacements too, instead of the normal box style magazine, is a 10 rounder with just this metal part if this just kept going and this box wasn't there. And that's kind of a turn off for a gun for me if you can only shoot 10 rounds out of it. I'm not a super big fan of that, especially on something you're just trying to shoot for fun. I'm not trying to buy like 5 of these and then reload all the time. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys. Maybe it would help you to have more interest in this gun. So thank you for watching.